Hello and welcome back to another episode of Dyson Sphere Program. So this is number 4, and in this episode we are going to be heading to another planet. We'll be preparing for that before we head off, and we're going to set up titanium smelting. So first of all, to be able to head off to another planet, you need to have researched a few things. So I'll show you those first of all. You'll find those in your upgrades. It's this, ultimately, is this drive engine. So once you've unlocked that, you'll be able to head off to another planet. So that is currently researching now, along with all these other upgrades. Other things I would make sure you've got set up before you get there, or before we head off, is titanium smelting, because that is what we are ultimately looking for. To begin with will be titanium and also some silicon veins, which tend to be on the next planet, and energy storage would also be a good idea as well, because we're going to be taking solar panels with us, potentially anyway. We'll see what conditions are like on the other planet, so it would be nice to be able to store some power as well. So to unlock that, it does look like we are going to need crystal smelting, so we'll get that queued. But if we're clever with our solar power placement, we might not need this energy storage, to be fair, and we'll explain that when we get to another planet. So what we're going to need, so we're going to need miners, we're going to need smelters, so we'll make sure we've got those. We've got loads of smelters. As ever, we're going to need loads of belts, and we should have lots of belts being produced. Yes, we've got loads of belts we can take. We'll need some storage, so let's make, are we making storage anywhere here? Yeah, so we've got a storage box full of storage boxes. And then we'll need lots of sources as well before we go, which we're already making. And we've already got a fair few on us anyway. So we need to be getting some solar panels on the go. So how do we make solar panels? So solar panels use copper. They use high purity silicone, which we can make by, I think it's stone. Yeah, so it's not very efficient. As you can see, we need 10 stone. It just makes 1 silicon ore. And then for this, it's 2 silicone ore, making 1 plates. That's 20 stone for 1 plate. Really inefficient, but on other planets we will find veins of silicone. So let us get some of that going. So have we got many miners? We've got 7, which is more than enough. Oh, we do need some belts though. Let's take a load of belts. We'll get some silicon going on. Okay, so we're just going to feed, to be fair, we might get 2 lines going here, because it's going to use an awful lot of stone, unless we can get another miner in there. And then we'll do 2 miners per belt, is what I'm thinking. Okay, there we go, very good. So we'll do these 2 on one side, these 2 on the other, and we're just going to have big line of smelters for what we need. So I'll have you going here. Why is that red? Oh, there we go. And we've picked an awful area. We might just go get some more landfill here. Didn't really think that through. Other belts here. And we need our smelters. Need space for a power pole. Left far too big a space there for a power pole. Let's see how much space they take up. Is it just one square? Let's see. Put it in. It's probably the easiest way, isn't it? And we'll start this off with 6 on either side. See how that gets us going. Power pole. I'm finding if you do 2 and then a gap and then 4, 2 then a power pole, 4 then a power pole, this should cover everything nicely. Turns up power. So these guys are going to be making silicone ore. We need sorters. We only need so many of these purely because of the poor ratio between rocks and go away, thank you. That's just telling us we've unlocked the mecha sail, so we now have the technology to head off.
Lift off to enter the flight mode, and keep pressing the forward direction and space keys in the flight mode, and you will enter the sailing mode.
Let's get everything powered. But even this might not be enough. Let's see anyway. So we need some output belts. Stuck. There we go. Gosh, we might not be able to come close to powering all these. So that might be that 4 miners can only... these guys aren't getting anything, are they? Oh, you are. So maybe you'll catch up in time. I don't think so, though. Just goes to highlight how disgustingly inefficient this is, but we make do for now. So you're not really getting it. Oh, you might get to the point where you can make one. Do it anyways, just in case. And then we need to make that silicon ore into the high purity silicon. That's done in the smelter as well, so we can just do it in one more run. Do a block of 2. Oops. So we'll just have the output on the outside this time. Sorry, the input on the outside. I'm making that. And we can output here. See if these guys can keep up with demand. See, already we've absolutely exhausted that line, but this will give us a steady supply of silicon for now. Now what else do we need for solar panels? We need chips and copper. So what we could, because we've got loads of chips and copper in the mall, which is miles away. Where is it? Where is it? Right, it's over here. There it is, there's the mall. We could run it over here, to be fair. That's what belts are for, isn't it? So... oh, we're right next to the mall. How stupid am I? Okay, even better. I didn't realise we were that close. So we want a want to extend our copper belt. For some reason I thought we were absolutely miles away from them all. What a happy accident. So you are making solar panels. And we could probably, rather than causing more spaghetti, we'll make chips next to it. Feed it directly because we've got the belt just here anyway, so you can make chips. So chips need copper and iron, and then you're going to feed directly into there. You need copper. Thank you very much. And as production is going to be quite slow on these, we might as well just put these guys onto one belt. Excellent, we've got titanium smelting.
The data shows this is a planet without natural titanium veins. Perhaps you can get some by collecting gravel. If you need a massive titanium collection, you need to find a planet rich with titanium veins as soon as possible.
Yep, we know. That's what we're doing. Just trying to avoid this coal deposit here with my belt. So just in case we need to use it. Let our bots do their thing. Put some power down. Do you think here we're going to need some landfill for our storage box though? Darn it. Thankfully, I did create a mini landfill manufacturing place over here. So landfill needs steel and it needs rocks. So, well, it needs the stone bricks rather. So that's what we got going on here. So we're just stealing from our iron belt over here. It's not very efficient, but it's a cheeky way of getting it across. We've got 3 little steel smelters over here. And it's making some lovely landfill. So we shall just build this out. Might as well use it all. Painting, painting, there we go. I think we've used it all now. Yep. Sorry, so you get carried away with that, and then we just need a storage box. We're going to pop our finished solar panels into there. Why are we not getting silicone? There it comes, because the bots haven't finished their job. Lovely. So that should give us enough just to get a decent supply going of these panels. Let's see if it's working. Help if we had a sort of taking the silicon in. There we go. And then we don't need loads, so we'll just have I think they stacked to 20. So we'll let that do its thing until we've got a decent collection. Oops, we need fuel for the mech. Let's go find some graphite. I've got graphite stashes all over the place, and I never find one when I need one. There's one. Should be tons in here, thank you very much. Got loads of oil here as well, let's get rid of that. Ooh, we're getting no power here, that's not good. This is where we get sidetracked fixing other problems. The last thing we want is to run out of power. Let's pop another one of these guys in here. How are we doing for power? Oh, we're very near our maximum power output here. So as we are here, let's get some power stations on the go. A little thing you can do here, provided we get enough coal going in, is you can actually feed one power station with another. So we're going to put them next to each other, like so. And put belts in between them. And it should feed coal outwards there. I think we are going to need even more miners here though. God, this game it's so easy to get distracted. Awful game. Awfully brilliant. So I don't think that's going to be enough, so we'll get a couple of miners going on, but I promise you we will get back on track for heading to another planet. That's not great in terms of coverage, but it's better than what we had. There we go, it's looking quite nice and healthy now. Looks like we can easily keep up with demand now. They're all getting fuel. And now, oh gosh, we're still not that far above, and we're going to be building more and more. Let's pop some more down. These guys aren't getting enough. Perhaps what we'll do... Sorry guys, I didn't intend to start messing around doing this. Is if we've got a splitter, let's make a cheek splitter. Pop it there. One there and one there. We'll have a second belt. Hopefully that'll make it more efficient. Keep getting my mech stuck. What are we colliding with? There we go. Right, there we go. Looks like the belts are easily keeping up with demand there now. I think that was the issue. They were trying to... Right, we've got a nice bit of a buffer there. So, I completely forgotten what we were going over here for now. What were we doing? What were we doing? No, it escapes me. Completely escapes me. Okay, so let's go and start getting our supplies ready, going to another planet. Perhaps it will come to me what we were going to do. So we need lots of storage, so we'll take a full stack of storage. Oh, I've taken 2 somehow there. There we go, 50. As we're heading over, we might as well take stacks of these. Take a load of smelters. We'll make sure we've got belts and sorters. Belts. I don't worry too much about how full your inventory is going to be, because when we get to the other end, we're just going to leave pretty much everything in storage at the other end, and then we can come back and just grab a load more gear. At this end, we need power poles. Definitely need power poles. Oh, we don't need 200 power poles. We've got 100 power poles. Solar panels. How many have we got now? Cool. I think that should do is we just need to get some fuel. It doesn't take loads of fuel, but we might as well make sure we've got enough. I do still wonder why we were heading over in that other direction. I can't remember what it was for. Can't be that important. Okay, so once now we've unlocked the technology of the mech sail in the upgrades. So the drive engine, which gives us the mecha sail, we can now actually head into orbit. But before we do, hopefully we've unlocked the star map. Yeah, so pressing V there. We want to look for a planet nearby that has titanium. So let's have a look at. So you're going to look at. Just remember where you're at, because there's no way of remembering at the moment. So we're near the massive ice giant, which is helpful. In fact, what's the ice giant got on it? Fire, ice and hydrogen, no. So what's Probus number 1? So Probus number 1 has titanium, and it has loads of other cool things as well. An important thing to look at is how you're going to power it up. So this is a really good planet because it's good for wind and it's good for solar. You see you're getting a boost here, so 150%. And 136%. Some planets don't have wind. Some planets aren't as good for solar, so have a look before you go. Because trust me, it is really depressing when you get somewhere and you have no idea, or you've got no way of producing power. So let's get some. I'll tell you what, we're going to dump some stuff. We've got far too much stuff. We'll get a little box near the mall of stuff that we don't want to take with us. So we're not going to need prisms. You watch, we'll get there and we'll find we need all this stuff. We're not going to need oil. We're not going to need that. We'll take those just in case we need to make a couple of bits on the fly. We will take, as wind was good, we'll take some more wind turbines. Then we shall take off. Let's take them all. Right, that should do us. Thank you very much. Very nice researching. So to use our mecha sail, you just need to jump, and while you're in the air, press space. And then next, you're going to hold space.
In sailing mode, you can control the mecha.
As the dude is telling us, we are going to go into space. We're in orbit. So now we need to track down the planet we want to go to, which was Probus number 1. So I'm just using the W button to help us get out of orbit. And if you press shift, that will give you enough thrust to properly break out of orbit and head towards the new planet. Then with this, you just want to keep your cursor middle-ish, just remember the planet is moving as we're moving, the planet's moving, so you need to stay on track. But it's not that hard to do. You don't need to slow down on your approach, but you can do if you think you're going to miss. Just keep holding W to head towards it. If not, you'll drift. And we should smash down like a superhero landing. There we go. How we don't blow up when that happens, I don't know. Okay, so this planet, we're looking for titanium. Oh, fantastic. We landed right next to titanium. Really hope I brought miners. Did I pick up? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Didn't pick up miners. Can we make them? No. Sometimes I could kick myself. Okay, we're gonna head back and pick up some miners. What did I say before? Do as I say, not as I do. Oops. Come on, get out. So we're looking for the big ice giant as a landmark in space to find our way back to our home planet. There it is. Thankfully, using the power of video editing, we'll skip to the bit where I made it back home and back with the goddamn miners. Okay, let's go for take 2 on Titanium. So we've been back home and we've picked up a load of miners. While I was there, I also just picked up a few of these wireless power towers. They're pretty cool, not only for spreading power, but they're also really good because they charge your mech core energy as well. So I thought we could bring a few of those on. And we're going to start quite a big operation. We'll use as much stuff as we can here. The reason we're doing this is because we need titanium as one of the ingredients for making the next science, for making yellow science, which I believe is, he says, somewhere around here. So we need to be making these crystals, and one of those crystals is titanium there, so it needs 3 titanium ingots, and as we can't make that on our home planet, we need to make it somewhere else. Let's make sure this is titanium. Get rid of constructor mode. Tell me what it is. Yeah, it's titanium. So we're just going to set up a massive operation, fill up as much storage as possible, and then when we need it later on, fortunately, we are going to have to travel backwards and forwards until we have got the interplanetary logistics later on. Do that one at more of an angle. I think we can get 5 around. Hope. Go. And thankfully wind is an option on this planet. And then we need to do the same on this guy here. Colliding, surely that's, oh, it's because we're on a thing. Stupid. Can we get another one in there? Yeah, why the hell not? We'll power up these guys. Okay, and then we're just going to run some massive belts basically, so loads of smelters where we're going to smelt the ore into ingots. So how many belts should we do? I think we could probably get 4 belts out of this. See how that goes. Why are you building a wonky thing there? So we'll just get that doing. We'll see how much this 1 belt from 2 miners will. So we'll see how many smelters it will serve. So we've got 1, 2. Power pole. Do 4, so we'll do that on this side and we'll see how that level of supply works. Could get a calculator out and do the maths, but hey ho, we can do it by eye. power pole at the end. Melissa's just going to grab the ore in. Tell them to make titanium. Thought we might have power issues. It's no problem, we can sort that out. Let's get the output belts. Once we get this power sorted, we'll see if this will fix, well, we'll see if this will supply enough or if we need more. So we get these guys going into a storage box either way, so that we can see. Because we want to maximize our production here, we might end up having quite a few storage boxes, so that should we, or as and when we need to come back and get more, we have a very healthy supply. I don't think 2 is quite doing the business here in terms of feeding these smelters. We'll get a proper idea if we do this actually. So if we do, too close unless we do a corner. It's not as tidy as I'd like it, but does the job. Right, let's see if it can keep up demand, and we'll have 2 sorters collecting. So I would say we need more titanium going in there. So let's run another one. See if that helps the problem. Now it's not really getting past these guys, is it? So it looks like we can have 2 miners for 6 smelters. So we might as well delete these guys. Set up another load. We'll do one roughly next door. Feed you into this one. So we're going to leave a little gap in case we need power poles. So that's going to be one of our output lines. 2. Then power pole. And one more, sadly. Belt down the middle to feed the ore. another export, output, whatever way you want to call it. We don't need this now, that's clear. Well, so far away from our mall, we definitely don't want to be wasting any resources. Okay, once again, we're going to set up storage. Gosh, we don't need this storage so far away here now, do we? I'm running out of space in my inventory, I think. That's not going to work because that pesky way you need to leave a gap for some reason for your storage. So it's going to have to go like that. So for anyone who's very OCD with symmetry, that's going to drive you mad. My apologies. I hope that's something that gets addressed. I don't know why you need such a large gap, but hey ho, and it's only for storage as well, which is quite strange. Maybe that's something that will be addressed in updates. The guys behind the game are busy, hopefully, making improvements. I think I've just ignored my own comment there. Oh no, we're fine. We can squeeze that in there. Same on this side. And that should keep up, hopefully, quite nicely with demand. So you can see in here, if we go into one of our storage, that's building up quite nicely. We've already got loads in here, so let's dump this in here. Doink. Same with these guys. And what we'll do when we've finished our work here, should we go for fuel, we will take back a full inventory load of titanium and keep that on the home base, ready for when we need it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can make another 3 of these. So go ahead and get those going, and we'll try and make sure all the storage ends up at the same place so that we're not having to backwards and forwards when we do get here. Well, in fact, what we'll do for the purpose of this video is once we've done this one, I will set up a silicon mining area as well, because we're going to need quite a lot of that in the near future. And then in between videos, I can finish this off. I think once we've done it 3 times, it should be clear. So we'll have this as our input. Should be enough room. Do 1, 2, and leave a space for power. Then we'll have our output belts. think to make these more efficient, we'll be able to do it when we've got like the faster belts and faster mining. Just can't keep up with the demand at the moment. But it's no problem. We've made a start. And once again, we'll have storage here. Get some power. I can't remember if this planet had coal or not. That could be a nice way to go if we need to in the future. How are we looking power wise? We're not too shabby around here, so we've got sufficient power for this. So we'll just head off and find some silicone next, and we're going to do something very similar. If I nice to set up some smelting areas. Let's pick up the map actually. Did it have silicone, does it say? Oh no, it doesn't have silicone. Ah, oh, damn. That's frustrating. So we're going to have to look for another planet that's got silicone on so we could do the same. Is it silicone? Silicon? I don't know. I'm going with silicone. So we need another Propus thing, something that's within our solar system. What's 5 got on it? 5 has got silicon. How far away is it? Oh, it's not that far. It takes a minute to travel there. So we could use potentially the power of video editing to get there. Where's my mech? Oh, there we go. What we're going to do for now is we should have loads of titanium. Is I'm just going to set down a... What's this random sorter there? That's not good. And we deleted the belt. That's not good either. There we go. Okay, so there we go. That is how to travel to another planet and how to set up titanium. We were gonna do silicon, but sadly we can't do that on this planet. But the principle is exactly the same. Literally, make sure before you go you've got loads and loads of supplies. So the things that we've brought with us here, we brought loads of energy stuff. We could have brought solar. Well, we did bring solar, but we may not have needed wind. We may not have needed solar. It depends on the planet. So remember to check on the star map. We brought smelters with us, brought belts and sorters and storage, and loads of miners. Finally, after making a journey back, we brought, and that is enough for now. What I want to do is make sure we make the most of this trip. And because we're not going to be heading back all too often, I'm just going to beef up the amount of storage we've got on each of these runs, so that we have an absolutely enormous supply of titanium. To do that, all I'm going to do is with these other stacks is I'm going to feed from one to the other, and this will just continue. Oh, it's too close. So while we're back on our home planet doing stuff, this is just going to continue and build up an enormous supply, which is good. There's one lesson to learn in this game, is you can never ever have enough stuff. No matter what the stuff is, you can't have enough. So we'll do this. We'll dump all the equipment we brought with us, because we can get a load more we got on our home planet from the mall. So this one's full. How much would it give us? Let's have a look. So there's 100 in a stack. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 10 across. So we let 3,000 in each one. Times gosh knows how many storage boxes we've got. I would say that roughly comes to a bazillion. So that's going to make us a bazillion titanium. Right, let's literally dump everything. I don't know if we don't need cogs. I don't know if there's a way of literally just dumping everything, but what you can do, control and click, send everything. Oh, that's filled that storage box already. Control and click will send all of that particular item into the storage thing you've selected. Okay, so that's our inventory clear. So that gives us a, just make sure we've got enough fuel to get back, a nice empty inventory. And we'll literally clear out all the titanium. Keep doing that, that's annoying. I have a tendency to press the wrong button sometimes when I'm trying to collect everything. Yeah, I don't know what it is that I'm doing. If anyone does know, please tell me in the comments, because I annoy myself with it. Or maybe it's a bug. See, it worked there, just control and clicking. Might work there. I'm guessing it's me. No, it didn't work there. Yeah, if anyone knows what I'm doing wrong, please tell me. Maybe you have to have the inventory window open. I think that's it, because that works absolutely fine then. Any more? Yeah, I think that's my issue. It's not a bug. Sorry, game developers. I think they're called Youth Cat off the top of my head. Sorry, Youth Cat. I am stupid. Okay, we're not going to quite get a full inventory of hanging around. So I'll hang around and do that and show you what we do with it in the next video. So, hope you found this useful. We've covered travelling to another planet and setting up a titanium smelting area. So thanks for watching. If you've liked it, found it useful, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe for more, because we're going to keep continuing this series. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.